Hey everybody, it's Thomas. It's time to do some Blood Bowl recap, especially the Blood Bowl League of Blood Bowl. Man, the 2 week schedule really makes these videos feel super spaced out, but what can you do? I'm changing things up just a little bit. I've in the past done team management before I did the match recap. That seems kind of silly because I have to talk about the match in order to do the team management. So this week I played against Korn's Bloody Boot, the Chaos team run by Graith. And yeah, it was a long and bloody slog, and I ended up winning 2-0. Match will be up around if you haven't watched it already. But basically, as you can kind of see, while he definitely hurt me, he gave me a casualty and killed a rodder, I just hurt him more, basically. I was able to punch a little more, I was able to run a little more, I was able to disentangle myself and KO him enough to get out of there. He got a little unlucky with some things standing up. Some things just didn't go his way. He got some wild animal stuff that rolled poorly for him that he thought it should have worked, and then kind of ended up wasting a turn. So I mean, some of it was just more familiarity on my part, but also just the dice worked out better for me. We're weird teams to play against each other because we're basically the same team, but when it came right down to it, I just was able to get more done. I had better positioning overall and just was able to get things damaging more. Foul appearance definitely helped a lot this game, a lot more than I thought it would, but it definitely helped a lot. He didn't walk away with too little, though. He still got a casualty, 2 casualties, a casualty and a kill. So not too bad, 9 SPP for him total. I walk away with much less than this looks like, even though I got 3 casualties, which is really good. So I got 12 SPP total. I lost the MVP because the SPP went to my death. And actually, I should say I have... no, I don't have any pass. I wonder what I caught it from. Must have been a bouncing ball. I don't remember. It's been a while since I played this game. But yeah, MVP went to the dead guy, who also, I think, got some other points as well. So my overall level ups were a lot lower than I thought they'd be. I also totally messed up my winnings. I had 70,000, and I, for some reason, clicked the yes reroll button and ended up with 30,000. So not so ideal. If we take a look at the old roster, I can buy nothing. But luckily, I've got my Blodge guy back, so good news there. So I'll still have 12 players, actually, for the next week's match, which is pretty exciting. I got a level up on my warrior with block, which is pretty exciting. Let's see what we get for this guy. I mean, there's a couple things I want for sure, but we'll see here. Ooh, doubles. Okay, doubles opens up a lot. I already have block, which is great. I kind of feel like I should get guard, just because guard is such a good skill. But I think I'm going to get dodge, because it's a doubles roll. Dodge will make him blodge, which will make him very hard to knock down. 4 strength, foul appearance, block dodge, and regeneration. There's not going to be a lot you can do to keep this guy off the pitch. So we'll take dodge. Confirmed. Look at him. Good old Dan. What else we got here? Got a level up on my super runner, who I think, I want to say only got 1 of the touchdowns. You know, these are 2 warriors. This guy got the other touchdown, so that's good. So let's get in and level up our star player. Stat bonuses. Okay. So definitely some options here. He's already got extra arms, so I kind of feel like maybe I should get block instead. But on the other hand, extra arms is kind of all he needs to be the ball mover supreme. And movement allowance would make him a lot faster. So we'll do movement allowance. Or her, I guess. Zoe. Might regret that, but there's only a couple weeks left. So who cares? So yeah, that's team level up. Movement and dodge. Arguably I could have gotten tackle. I don't have any tackle, but only 1 tackle. Not going to be so useful. So team overall, we've got 3 rodders, all 4 pestigers, all 4 warriors, and a beast of Nurgle. Arguably this pestiger is very, very damaged. And probably, I don't know. Having multiple ball running pestigers is going to be helpful, essentially. These 2 are going to be ball runners. We'll use these guys to blitz and position and just be quick. So hopefully it all goes okay next week. If we want to look at the other side of this. $60,000, so pretty good winnings for him. Look at his team roster. No long-term injuries looks like for him. I don't remember inflicting any. So what can you do? Got a level up here. Looks like an injury plus a MVP. So he gets Claw on his Chaos Warrior. Definitely makes this guy hit a lot harder. Block might have been better, but Claw is more fun. So whatever. Still has Juggernaut on his Minotaur. His Beastman level up. Got Tackle. Oh, these are old level ups. Tackle choices. I can see why I might have taken them, but I don't know how useful they'll actually be. But still, Warrior getting Claw. Never a bad deal. And yeah, otherwise, not too many changes here. He's 50,000. Can't really buy anything. I guess he could buy more of this stuff, but I would just save it. I mean, what good's it really gonna do? Oh, he bought a second reroll, which is great. Yeah, awesome. That's what I would have recommended for him. So this team is now very, very solid. This is kind of what I wish it looked like early on in terms of rerolls, but hey, I think he definitely learned a lot, and hopefully he'll be back for season 2. When we do that, so that'll be exciting. All right, let's take a look at the first game here then, which is Mark's team versus Lizard's team. I thought this match was going to be a lot closer than it was. Mark really, really blew it out of the water, though. 3-1. Brutal. Even with all the mercenaries and stuff, I think there was a little bit of misunderstanding about when you had to go for it based on the match, which will be linked somewhere around here. But as you can see, Mark's 3 touchdowns primarily came from just being at the right place at the right time, getting some safeties and things like that. He got knocked out once, but got 4 casualties on the Skinks and only got tackled once, whereas the Skink team took the 4 casualties. No deaths, at least, so there's that. But yeah, this team ran really hard, and I wish it would have done more. It was really close. You know, yeah, it easily should have been a tie game. I'm really surprised Lizards didn't at least put more solid points on the board, but they played really well, and again, just not really knowing for sure what's going on here. So what does Mark get out of this? Not a lot, really. He's up to 4 rerolls, which I think he was before. I don't think he had any level ups from that. Guy's got Wrestle. Maybe one of his linemen leveled up and got Wrestle. Yeah, not a lot of changes here, it looks like. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything here. Although this thrower got Nerves of Steel, which I don't think he had before. So at least some level up for Cisco and the passing king. They're actually pretty close to level 3 as well, so we'll be interested to see what that goes. Yeah, so Mark, he's pretty much trying to avoid buying anything at this point, which I don't blame him. He's getting pretty close to the I will give you all the things, but hey, as well as he's playing, it might not even matter. If we look at the Lizard team, which is, here we go. Winnings for him was only 20,000. Oof, just a rough game overall. An injury on a Saurus, which is a missed next game, and a missed next game on a Skink, doesn't matter. So he's going in 2 players down. He'll need to, man, can't really buy anybody, honestly. You can buy the Skink, I guess, which might not be too bad. He's going to be in just rough shape moving in there. Level ups, I don't think I'm seeing any here. Sidestep. So these guys might have leveled up. Really hard for me to say. I'm really bad at remembering what their teams were from week to week. Guard on the Crocs looks new, so that might be a level up for him there, which is exciting. Yeah, I think this Crocs going to level up, which would be Guard, which would be great. Let's look at the next match here. Tie game. This is a forced tie. Not a lot to say here. What did he get? 70,000. Ridiculous. Level ups for MVP and stuff. Nothing particular. This zombie got a level up. Who cares? It's a zombie. Hopefully they kick on here. That would be the best thing. Ghoul level up. These are all level ups because he didn't play his game. And if we take a look at the Amazon side of this, which honestly, having a forced tie for Amazons is not bad, given how beat up there. They also got 70,000, so pretty good. 210 means they can buy their 4th Blitzer. Probably be the way to go there. And then I think they have 120 left over. I don't even remember what Amazons can get at this point. Another thrower, I guess, would be okay. Or just getting, like, 2 more linemen would probably be the way to go. That actually sounds really good. Get your 3rd Blitzer, get 2 more linemen. make this bench a lot less fragile and give him more presence on the field, because that seems to be the biggest problem when watching his games. It's not that he can't score, it's not that he can't run it, it's not even that he can't throw some blocks when he needs to, it's just that when he gets short on players, he gets outnumbered and beat upon. It's the blood bowl way. Alright. And then, let's see here. We already covered this thing. Chris versus Andrew. Chris did a number on Andrew. He got 30,000 for winning. Went 1-2-0. As you can see, he put in some hurt. 3 casualties, 2 deaths. I think Andrew had a failed something or other, like a GFI that failed and got a casualty. I'm trying to remember. The game will be linked somewhere around here. Got some tackles off on Chris's super dodge, which is too bad. Had a little bit of running, but it looks like Chris just smashed, got the ball, ran it in a couple times. Interception, that's pretty awesome. Weird. 1 pass, 1 catch, 1 interception. I don't know what happened here, but must have been, I don't even know what happened here. I'll have to go rewatch the match. But Chris put a lot of hurt on Andrew, and Chris got no money, which has been Chris's season, basically. I think he moved. Let's check out his players here. I'm not seeing any big changes here. This runner got dodge and agility. I think he had before. Maybe not. No, I don't remember him having this before. But he's got an agility 5 runner, which is really nice. This guy's going to be really annoying to hit. Which Elf got a +1 movement allowance, which I think happened before. He's got 20,000 left though. Not really anything to buy. Is what that means basically. Yeah. Chris's team is pretty solid though. He's got all 4 blitzers, and actually, I think he had enough to, with his money last week, to buy this 4th blitzer. So he's got 4 blitzers now. His team is very solid, very, very good. His team value reflects the ridiculousness as well. If we look at Andrew's very damaged team, no super long-term injuries, which is good. Just the 2 deaths. 1 on his Herald, which is very painful, and another on a Pit Fighter Cultist, which who cares? Level up on a Bloodletter Daemon. A couple options you could go for there. I think they've got access to quite a bit, I think, for their skills. Take a look here. Normal, agility, and strength. Yeah, they've got... Man, it's so weird they don't get access mutation. But yeah, they've got a lot available. So... I mean, Juggernaut kind of makes block not that important, but block is still really good. So I would imagine block, maybe guard. We were considering, I mean, that just seems like the best potential option, honestly. Yeah, I think that's what I would look at. No real changes otherwise. The Bloodthirster got KO'd pretty early, so not a lot developed here. You can certainly blind another Herald and bind the Pitfire Cultist me back right up to normal. I think that's probably the best way to go. Just restore his strength, he'll be fine. This guy's still got 5 move allowance, but again, pretty much irrelevant, all things considered. Andrew walked away with 50,000, so he's better than Chris at least, so he's got that going for him. But yeah, not so great for Andrew. Needless to say, he was pretty grumpy about losing so much. And let's see, Dwarfs versus the Undead team had a tie game. This is not a forced tie, just 2 very slow, poundy, punchy teams punched and walked it in. Dwarfs had 3 casualties on them, not too surprising given all their armor, but dished out 4 casualties with some KOs here. Likewise, absorbed, dished out 5, I should say, and well, this must be something else. I don't know. The numbers they're not the same always confuse me, but I think it's like a go for it that fails. Anyway. Definitely put in a lot of hurt on the Undead team. I'm sure that definitely contributed quite a bit to the tie game. Yeah, this looks like it was a safety for sure. This looks like it was just a normal run-in. So I'd be interested to see this whole game, but no one recorded it because I don't think they do that. But let's see here. An injury on a Troll Slayer with a serious concussion, -1 AV, makes him very fragile. Looks like... I don't remember if he bought this before or after the game, but he's got the Death Roller, which is pretty exciting. Kickoff return, okay, on the runner, that makes sense. Going to level up on the runner. I would say block probably going to be the way to go, just to make his runner a little more durable. We'll see what he gets, though. If he gets stats, those aren't bad either. Let's see here. Yeah, 2 blockers with guard, getting pretty great. No real changes there. Death Roller is great. What can you do with this money here? Troll Slayer. I say it every week, but that's what I would buy at this point. He did pretty well. Got 60,000, so yeah, Troll Slayer is what I would look at getting. And if we look at his opponent, oh, Pizzapotamus. Pizzapotamus definitely absorbed a lot of hurt and got 60,000 as well, so high winning week for these teams. Ghoul got a level up, which is great. Block is the obvious choice. I think they have normal access to average regular skills, so yeah, you can get Block, which would be perfect. Blodge Ghouls are great. Let's see here. Yeah, no big changes otherwise. Mummies still being terrifying. So yeah, you got 260,000. I would say get your replacement white, get your 4th Ghoul. You're doing great. That'd be good. Your bench is more solid, you got more speed, and who cares about these guys? Whatever. They'll fill in as time goes by. And that's it for the week. That's what happened. Not too bad, all things considered. If we look at what's coming up here, we've got Andrew, unfortunately, playing Mark. Yeah. If we look at team value for the week, 1610 to that, so Andrew's going to get about 400 or so. So there's a lot that Andrew can get out of that. That will probably be what helps Andrew get through that. He can get a star player or some wizards and stuff, extra rerolls, all that fun stuff. He's got 3 rerolls available though, so probably a wizard, some babes, never a bad thing, bribes if he wants to foul. He's got a lot of choices essentially. Assuming Andrew replaces his dead players, I think that will be it. It's a tough call. I think Mark is still going to win, even with Andrew's ridiculous frenzy luck, or former ridiculous frenzy luck. Just his team is so developed and got such scoring power. I don't see any way for Mark to really mess us up. The Ogre could go down early, and the Bloodthirster could go nuts. There is always that, I suppose. But he's got 4 guys with block, and yeah, kick, super mobile catcher. We'll see. Andrew could definitely get lucky and put in a lot of hurt like he did on me. We'll see how Mark reacts to the Bloodthirster. But I would say Mark is probably going to win this one. We've got Chaos versus Dwarfs. This one could be interesting. Prior to this week, I would say Dwarfs are going to win, but the Chaos team is very strong. 4-4-4-4-5. Chaos Warriors are great. He's got a Claw guy to help mitigate the armor, which will help a little bit. The Minotaur still hits really, really hard, and Beastmen can still put in a lot of damage here. They're 4 on Blitz. Flip side of that, of course, is going to be the Death Roller. Team value 1140 versus team value of 1200, so they're going to be negligible. So that'll depends if they buy players. Then if the Dwarf team buys players, then I think it's going to end up being a wash, and it wouldn't matter. So we can't get a bribe for the Death Roller. But depending on how much damage the Death Roller puts in, that could really sway the game. And again, lots of block everywhere. It can make it hard. But he's got rerolls now, so we'll see how it goes. It's not like both down when you don't have block is great anyway. And it's not like this team has been great at positioning forward just because they're not that familiar with the game. I'm going to say a tie here. I usually predict a winner here. I think Chaos has a better chance of winning overall, just because I think Wraith has relatively better understanding of the game. But I think a tie is going to be in order here. We have the long-awaited Necromantic versus Undead matchup here. This one could be tough. This team is very tough on the line, which can really put a damper on what this team does well, which is a kind of a smash and run sort of strategy. But this team is starting to get developed and really scary, and they have a ton of money that they could be spending. I don't remember talking about this team. Did I skip their match? Oh, all right, they're the other half of the force tie. Yeah, I mean, what are they going to do? Another flesh golem would still not alter him too much. His team value would be low enough where he could put in some stuff, but he would be down some people, so I don't know. God, these guys are just the worst. Fireable if the team was more developed at all. This team is pretty developed. He's got tackle on this ghoul for some reason, but hey, tackle's tackle. Uh, this werewolf is still a monstrosity who could get blocked and be absolutely terrifying. So we'll see. The easy access to claw makes this a lot harder for this team, and this team is just so much slower, aside from the ghouls. Yeah, I don't know. They both have a lot of money to spend. If either of them do, it could definitely change things up a little. I think team value-wise, where are we here? 1080 for them. Okay, they're basically the same. So I don't know. I'm going to give it to the Necromantic team. I think the Necromantic team just has a better, faster game overall, which in these really similar mirror matches has been kind of the deciding factor. And he's just the skills line up a little bit better to do damage against this team. So I think the Necromantic team is going to win this. Lizards versus Chris. We'll see. This team is really injured. Like, really, really, really injured. So he's getting a lot again. Which didn't do too much for him last time, but that doesn't mean it can't do more than this time because Chris's team is a lot less developed overall. There are less targets for stabbing, arguably, although he can definitely stab. He can definitely stab some skinks. Chris has got enough speed to keep up with the skinks, though. So we'll see. Really tough. The 4 blitzers are gonna, I think, be a huge factor in this. Just being able to have block present is going to be good, but like we saw against Mark's team, the large number of just high strength dudes can be an issue. I think Chris's speed is going to allow him to keep up with this, and this team is just in such rough shape. We'll see. They're going to get a lot in inducements, and that's going to be a good thing out of the decider how well the inducements go and how if his luck isn't terrible this week. I'm going to give it to Chris, though. I think that Chris's team is fast enough to deal with this, but we'll see. Chris did very poorly against my high strength lineup in the past, so we'll see how it goes. It'll depend on how well he deals with all the crap and who gets the ball first and that fun stuff. I think Chris is going to win, though, just overall. Might be a close game, might even be a tie. We'll see. And this game, last game of the week, is me versus the Amazon team. If I don't win this game, I'll be very surprised. Even with the 2 strength guy, I'm in a pretty good spot overall. If we take a look, in case you've forgotten, at the Amazon team, yeah, they're back to full strength, and they got a lot of money, and I'm going to be giving them a fair amount, but all this 7 is really good for me, and I hit pretty hard. Wrong tab. I hit pretty hard, all things considered. 1320 to 1080, so I'll be giving him quite a bit. A couple rerolls, maybe a wizard. That will definitely help hurt my running game. So we'll see. It'll depend on how much damage I can do constantly, how many points I get, but I think I'm going to win this game pretty handily. Yeah, we take a look at the rankings, where we are at the end of week 7. Chris and Mark won, so they stay at the top of the charts. Andrew slides down as he lost, which actually makes the 4th place a little more interesting, as the Lizard team and the Necromantic team are both in striking distance of Andrew at this point, so this 4th position spot is definitely up for grabs. I could certainly lose my matchup this week or tie it and not move up that much, but we'll see. I'm guessing these 2 are going to remain at the top unless they lose and I win, which can definitely happen, of course. Yeah, 1 through 3 remain pretty clumped, and Andrew losing actually makes position for 4th very interesting and very competitive. Hall of Fame. So we got here most experienced players. We're definitely seeing some dudes get up there. A lot of my guys are on here, which is me. But yeah, Mark and I tie for most experienced players overall. Best scorers, Chris is doing great with his runner. I've got 2 guys on here. Mark has 2 spots as well, which is really surprising. I would have thought he would have a little more spread given how well he's been playing with that. Chris also with 2 guys on there as well. Lizards got 2 guys on there, so pretty even overall for who's the best team. Chris getting the best score, though. Best scorer and most experienced. Oh, those are ties, whatever. Best throwing. Mark throws a lot. No surprise there. Getting more and more throws on the runners there. And finally, some more people on the interceptions here. 2 people. Exciting. Most violent player. These are total casualties done. Nothing too surprising. Not a lot of changes here. I'm so surprised that this blitzer has it over other people. Most damaging team overall looks like some ties here. 2-2s. Best runners. Chris's runner barely edging out. Good old Zoe. And my other pestigent there. Or Pestiger, I should say. Let's see here. Any other good runners? Nope. Looks like some two members each tied there. Chris and I are definitely way ahead. Kind of surprising how much more running we're doing, but given how much throwing Mark does, maybe it makes a little more sense. Best throwing yard-wise, kind of to be expected. The dwarf team getting these throws makes me laugh so much. Let's see here. Surviving games, 7s, not too surprising there. Some more death spread out here. Somebody will make it on this chart. Mark still has the most players in here with 3. Yeah. Well, Chris has got 2 players on there now. Best receiver, still Mark's team, not surprising there. Chaos having more receivers is great. Not surprised to see Chris up there with 3 guys with dump off and all that fun stuff. And that's the excitement of the Hall of Fame. So yeah, should be pretty interesting overall. I'm excited to see how this week's games goes up. And these are the last 2 weeks, so it'll be interesting to see what happens to us overall. This quick review again. I expect Mark to win. I expect this to be a tie. I expect the Necromantic team to win here. I expect Chris to win, and I expect to win as well. So we'll see how wrong I am next week when we review this. And yeah, stay tuned for Season 2 as well. That's coming up before you know it. I'm Thomas. Talk to you guys later.